What's going on, guys? MTG GAME STATE, Smoke Packs here. We're doing all things Spider-Man, catching up on what we missed out from previously and just honestly what's to come for the set. It's pretty much out of our rear view and in the front of us. We're driving towards it at this point. So I'm going to be your guide and you're just going to have to hang on in. Let's see what we got. Alright, cool. So, all things Magic the Gathering X Marvel Spider-Man. Never thought I'd see this crossover like ever in my life. It's kind of funny, especially of all the IP crossovers they've been doing, the weird ones where I know it'd be like Princess Bride or Walking Dead, Street Fighter, but Marvel Spider-Man, a full set too that won't be rotated out. It'll be the standard legal for the whole year. It's kind of nuts, as well as all the other formats. There's that burp trapped in me. Here we go. This is what you guys watch for. So, anyways, what's going on with Marvel Spider-Man is everything's been pretty much inked out since I believe it would be Comic-Con. It was the last time we got announcements, San Diego Comic-Con. But we're going to be having a release date of September 26th. There is going to be Infinity Stones. Yes, there will be Infinity Stones. Let's be real here. This is the Soul Stone in a cool, sick, like, full art treatment right there, whatever they're gonna call it. Cosmic Foil Infinity Stone. There you go. We're gonna look into what some of these cards do and some of the spoilers moving forward. And there's a cool little YouTube video you could watch, but you're gonna have to do your own research. All the links will be in the description on the YouTube video. So, familiar foes and awesome allies. Collect your favorite superheroes and supervillains from 60 years of comic book action. Bring your favorite parts of Spider-Man to Magic the Gathering deck and play your ultimate Spider-Man team up. And it's going to feature old comic book artist art. I believe that's Steve Ditko right there, which is kind of nasty. And then just comic book style art in general. I love the different variants we're going to be getting with this. They kind of let their imaginations go wild. There is going to be full panels and all that. So we have play boosters, collector boosters, bundles. The gift bundle looks pretty sick. That'll be releasing October 17th. That's some new information we're getting. The very first release we ever got was the panel set. So there will be a panel set, and then within the Spider-Man standard legal set, there will also be another like 5-card panel, like collector thing that they'll be doing, which is kind of cool. And then it looks like a pre-release pack art has also been released, which looks pretty sick. All right, moving on. So just real quick, we're gonna go over some of the set symbols. This will be the main set expansion symbol. What was first really inked out and leaked to us was the expansion set symbol / the welcome decks. That was the very first underwhelming release we got of Marvel's Spider-Man as of like 2 or 3 weeks ago of this video. Today is August 8th, 2025. And then the Mar expansion symbol will be for the extra bonus sheet cards set within a set. So Magic the Gathering Marvel's Spider-Man is the standard legal set, SPM. Anything with SPE and Mar are going to be Commander and Legacy and Eternal legal sets. There isn't Commander decks for this, but this is just what they're telling us. Because obviously the Welcome deck cards can be used in Legacy formats, and they have some pretty interesting stuff going on there. And yeah, and then our retail price on a play booster, since this is a crossover IP, it's going to go up to $6.99. So these could range from anywhere between, like, honestly, like $7, $8 to $10. Already Final Fantasy is retailing at my local game store for like $10, at least at the one I've gone to here in Chicago. So that's kind of what's going on. Hashtag MTGX Spider-Man. Look for that in the title. We're going to be stealing that. And then important dates. Again, today is August 8th. There will be August 29th. The set will be released. It'll be debuted. And then the previews will start September 1st through 5th. Full card image gallery release will be on September 5th. Pre-release will start the September 19th through 25th, which will also be MagicCon, surprisingly. And then tabletop release will be on the 26th. So I'm going to keep all things going on for MagicCon Atlanta, Spider-Man minded, and we'll see what we can do, see what we can capture, and what we can, have fun with. So your first steps into the web of Magic. There's here in this article on the official Wizards website, just describing some of the cards that they decided to do, the thematic flavors they were trying to do with the different like Spider-Man themes, like Thwip and all that, Spider-Ham, some deep cuts in the Spider-Verse. And then as well as the land treatments that I thought were really interesting. I don't really care for them personally. I don't like them. I'm not saying they did bad. I think they did perfect. It's just, for Magic cards, I'm not thinking Spider-Man Marvel. But thematically wise, what they did was fucking spot on killer. And then you got iconic Spider-Man covers come to life. Here we go. So the artwork of Spider-Man comics has captured the imagination of generations, reminding them that anyone can be a superhero. We're hoping the epic legacy of these artists and illustrators on borderless, iconic cover cards. These feature famous pieces of Spider-Man themed art on legendary creatures from the set. There are 3 mythic, rare, iconic cover cards in Magic the Gathering Marvel Spider-Man, each of which is double-faced legendary creature. You can find iconic cover cards in traditional foil only inside collector boosters. These cards are printed only in English in all language of collector boosters. So these will be only available in the gift bundles, which have collector boosters, or collector boosters, these iconic Spider-Man covers cards. So these are going to be kind of high chase value cards, especially this one. Miles Morales, I think is also going to be highly chased. It's a good card, but between the two, this the OG Spider-Man stuff is going to get, it's going to be to die for. Then we got Web Slinger cards bring Spider Style, so just for the showcase frames, looks like they got this little borderless Web Slinger cards. That seems pretty sick. And you can get these in play boosters, so normal booster packs, and then all the specialty stuff. And then you got comic panel cards, which we kind of already talked about a little bit at the beginning. I think these are the coolest. Some of the coolest stuff between the sagas and then just iconic characters, especially if they're in the rare mythic. Because some of the characters like Doc Ock, he has a uncommon version too, but I think this is pretty sick. So Dashley Doc Ock is here, and he's sure to bring chaos to your next Commander game. The characters of the Marvel Universe are leaping from the pages of their comic books and Magic card borderless panel cards combine the timeless comic book look with these new to Magic cards. So there's going to be 14 borderless panel cards consisting of 4 mythic rares and 10 rares. These cards are available in play boosters and collector boosters. So earlier I said there's going to be that specialty panel set and then a 3-panel set within standard. Looks like there's going to be 14 borderless panel cards. You can get them in play boosters, don't worry. And there looks like they're going to be like the special set within a set logo too, which is kind of cool. So these will be good for Commander and all that. And then collect this spider scene of cards. So I wasn't too far off, guys. I'm not wrong. See, there was the scene cards within the standard set. Miles and Gwen, 2 Spider heroes from different universes, finally get to take a break from their heroics on these 2 borderless scene cards. Put them side by side to complete the panorama, giving a complete view of here. So this will be the panoramic view set within the standard legal set. Plus you also have that side product of the panorama set you can buy separately. Similar to what they did with Lord of the Rings. That looks pretty sick. And then, like I said, your normal panorama stuff. You could actually have a chance to pull the panorama cards, probably non-foil, in the collector boosters. So that's pretty interesting. But they will be available in the scene box. And then this is just information about the play boosters, set boosters, all the good stuff. I kind of think the welcome decks you should be collecting. They're worth looking into. They have original cards that won't be featured in the standard set. And then this will be the pre-release pack, which we saw the art for in the past article, which is pretty cool. And then moving on, we can just see the card image gallery real quick and just go through anything that looks cool, catches my eye. Symbiote, Anti-Venom is in this, Aunt May is in this, all your favorite characters. Different Spider-Mans too, so we got Spectacular Spider-Man, we got Peter Parker, who turns into Amazing Spider-Man in Bant, and then you have Spider-Man Web Slinger. So when this set was first announced a couple weeks ago, like pretty much last month, people were very underwhelmed with some of the cards they're showing us. And this set is a little bit less cards than a normal standard set because it's meant for the Pick 2 draft format. Pick 2 draft, we've talked about it before in a previous video, but is a new format within Magic cards where you just take 2 cards and then you zigzag in a pot of 4 players like Commander with the packs that you draft left and right, left and right. So that's pretty interesting. You pick 2, move to the right, pick 2, move to the left, pick 2, move to the right. So that's going to be very interesting to see what's going on with this set. And then any future standard, even if it's a non-IP bind, if it has a pick 2 in mind, we'll see what goes on with that. If they're building all sets for pick 2 in mind, or if it's just going to be a specialty IP set, who's to say, who's to know. Spider-Man 2099 is kind of what I'm really going to be interested in if I'm going to be collecting anything from the set. There are some cards I want to put in some decks to upgrade, but really, I don't know. This seems like, again, like a sleeper hit for me. The Spider-Verse, I'm a huge Spider-Man and comic book fan, but the extended Spider-Verse I'm like whatever on. The Miles Morales films rocked and all that, but hey. So the Soul Stone, let's get into it. This is your special art treatment of it, and then this is going to be one of your full extended art versions of it. And then each color of the Thanos stones is obviously going to get, all the different treatments, probably the same art with the different fucking stones. So it's going to be an indestructible 2 black artifact, legendary artifact, I should say. It taps for a black mana, can pay 7, 6 in a swamp, tap, exile a creature you control, harness the Soul Stone. So when you harness the Soul Stone, you get infinity. At the beginning of your upkeep, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's going to be dummy nuts. We'll see what happens moving forward. So I just want to catch up on that and just kind of blaze through. Because we're going to get this in our face for the next whole month. I don't want to have to necessarily look through all the spoilers. For me, I just like to show what's going on, let you guys know what's going on with the news, kind of keep it moving. You're going to be experiencing the set with me as we all keep moving forward through this. So, but there is an issue though. We're going to have, as per Draftism, reported on Draftism, Magic the Gathering will be going into the digital Magic Arena, but not with Spider-Man. Sorry, not Magic Arena. Magic the Gathering X Spider-Man should be going into Magic Arena, but they won't be retaining the IP of Spider-Man. They're going to have to do a new, kind of like Universes Within, but in Magic Arena, called Through the Omen Paths. This will be the first set to do this. This will be a digital release reskinned version of the paper cards, and it's going to be a mess for the Pro Tour, for everything, because card names are going to be different. Maybe even mechanical text box changes will happen. It's going to be, and then even like this, is everything going to be a spider? What are we doing here with the creature types? All things are kind of up in the air with this. This is going to be a digital only set of reskinned Spider-Man cards. We're going to see what happens. Pretty much the why is, everyone believes that they don't actually have the IP rights retained once the set releases and gets into Arena. It looks like they had just enough of the license to rent for a certain amount of maybe even developing the set, because you gotta understand, they develop Magic card sets years in advance. So the Spider-Man set could have been planned 2 to 3, 4 years out, and that could have been their whole thing of retaining the IP. And then because the set's probably really big, they're like, yeah, whatever, send it. We could do Universes Within, aka Through the Omen Paths, on Arena. So that's my strategy mindset on that. A little disappointing, a little weird, a little wonky, but I wanted to report on that for y'all. However you feel about it, let me know. But at least you get action figures. First reported during San Diego Comic-Con, 2 Polygon by Wizards of the Coast / Hasbro. You could read Samantha Nelson's article about it, linked in the article. It's first published on July 25th. There's going to be action figures. Everyone loved, growing up, you always remember getting the Marvel action figures, and then they have like a comic book. Well, this one's going to be the Marvel action figures, and they're going to have trading cards. Spectacular Spider-Man reskinned. Spider-Gwen in the Iron Spider armor, which is pretty cool. So, sorry, it's Iron Spider Stark upgrade with, not Gwen Stacy, that's MJ, which is kind of crazy, Mary Jane Watson. And then another werewolf reskin, love to see it, of Ulvenwald Huntsmaster of the Fells. We got Manwolf, which is J. Jonah Jameson's son. He's the one who goes to space, goes to the moon, brings back the Venom symbiote, if you watch the Spider-Man cartoon. And this is going to be really cool. We also were first teased early on, I believe this is Agent Venom with the symbiote, with the Spider-Man symbiote, anti-Venom symbiote on him, because Agent Venom doesn't necessarily have anti-Venom as his like host. Sometimes he's the regular Venom symbiote. But anyways, I digress. I'm getting too nerdy into the comics now, but all my comic fans, you know what I'm talking about. So Agent Venom was originally released as the spoiler for these action figure cards, and then later on that article dropped showing all the other cards. But why I wanted to bring this up is because within the official article here, we're going to have a release of September 26th, and today is August 8th. So September 26th, 2025, these will release, and they will be retailed, if we go back here, for, I believe, $30. We had pre-orders of these on August 1st, so I don't know how the pre-orders did, but I believe they're going to be like $29.99 or $24.99. Sorry, $39.99 a piece right here. as we dawdle through the article. I thought that was pretty impressive. Now, getting to the tail end of the article of the whole segment here, in our rear view mirror. So in our lanes right now is Spider-Man X Magic cards, even though we're in the release of the space set of Magic cards of Edge of Eternities. We're driving to Spider-Man X Magic the Gathering for September, but November 21st we have in our rear view Avatar: The Last Airbender. They gave us a preview card of Aang, and it looks like there's going to be a crazy combo possibly with this card. People are saying in the ethers I've been hearing. And why I wanted to go back and touch on this is because on August 12th at 9 a.m. on the official Magic the Gathering Twitch channel, they'll be giving us more information about this set. And I'm really excited because they gave us at San Diego Comic-Con a special, if you attended, you got this card of Katara, the Fearless. If it triggered ability of an ally you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. We got spoilers that ally creature type is coming back. Love that art. Probably this will be in the main set, but for different, in a different art, because this is the San Diego Comic-Con. I saw people were trying to buy this and sell this for $100, $115. So convention promo. And then finally, another spoiler, another Spirit ally got released way back a couple weeks ago on July 26th for You the Moon Spirit. Flying Vigilance, 4-drop, 3 and a blue. Waterbend for 5, tap. You may cast a non-creature spell from your hand without paying its mana cost. So there's already a creature card, the name escapes me because there's so fucking many of them, but there's an elf card that does this where you get to tap it, put a creature card from your hand on the battlefield. This looks like she's kind of the same build, but you pay 5 of any color, tap her, get a free non-creature spell, which is pretty big, pretty huge. And it's an ally, so we'll see what happens with that moving forward. And so yeah, that's everything. That's all things Spider-Man Magic the Gathering that we got leading up to August 8th, 2025, and for all things Avatar: The Last Airbender. But in our very, 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 very far rear view of pretty much next year, January 23rd, 2026, we're going back to Lorwyn. So start getting your Lorwyn cards, guys. Remember the creature types. Remember Kithkin? So yeah, this episode will be uploaded on August 11th on midnight, so that'll be Monday. And then August 12th, we'll be tuning in live for the unofficial Magic the Gathering co-stream Twitch page channel for Avatar: The Last Airbender news. So stick in, we'll see what's going on. If you're watching live, you got all the news, but always you'll see the information posted weekly on our YouTube channel. So let me know what's going on in the comments, and I'll see what's up later.